Good day everyone. In this video presentation, I will discuss to you all my learnings and takeaway from this course, from week number 1 to week number 9, that have helped me on my journey of being an engineer in the future. The first thing I learned is about the various tools and equipment in a woodworking shop. Knowing about these various tools and equipment will help you with how you will execute your project, since you will be able to come up with new strategies on your own that will help you reach your objectives more efficiently. These are the instruments used to cut, finish, assemble, measure, and handle wooden items as they are transformed from raw materials into finished creations. These tool categories encompass everything a beginner woodworker needs to make simple to sophisticated products. Having the correct instrument is critical to completing the work at hand successfully. Furthermore, the correct tools enable professionals to execute their tasks quickly, providing us students with possibilities to broaden our range of competencies. The second type of tool speeds up job operations. We spent the third week of this course learning about flatback, its definition, and its significance. A one flatback pattern. This pattern is easy to construct and mold. It typically has a single wide surface that acts as the mold's separating surface. It may have two or no abnormalities, a core print, or both, but it almost never has loose parts. A pattern is a replica of a molded item that is used to make a cavity or mold. This is done so that when the molten material is poured or into the mold, it will adapt the shape of the stated mold. This is known as the casting process. Materials such as wood, metal, polymers, and others can be used to create design in sand casting. These are created to precisely reproduce a certain element to be copied. These designs are designed to survive a decent period of time, depending on the quality and the material used, allowing them to be reused for more than one cast. When utilizing wood as a casting material, woodworkers normally construct the model somewhat larger than the actual size of the subject. This is to offer them the opportunity to develop a better finish, as there is a good likelihood that the design will have quality control issues. We studied the roles of connection in the fourth week of this course. A mechanical connection is a grouping of systems that work together to govern forces and movement. Thus, a kinematic chain may be represented as a linkage graph, in which the connections are pathways and the joints are vertices. This design is classified as a two-piece pattern since it is made up mostly of two components. Two sections may or may not have the same size and form. The surface or mold along the line of severance of two components is referred to as the parting surface. It also serves as the mold's splitting surface. System linkage mechanisms are used to generate rotational, oscillating, or reciprocating motion from the rotation of a crankshaft or a moving mechanical part. Linkage mechanisms are made up of a sequence of mechanical links that may be changed direction, modify force, and cause objects to move in a certain way. In the fifth week, I learned about the rocker arm, its purpose, and its significance. Rocker arms were invented in the 19th century by Jonathan Randall Bacon. Since then, rocker arms have already been made with and without Randall. roller tips that press upon the valve, and several lightweight and high-strength alloys and bearing setups for the fulcrum, with goal of increasing the RPM limits for advanced application and eventually lending the advantages of these sport technologies to even more massive production vehicles. The body of the rocker arm is intended to enhance valve rigidity while minimizing complexity and inertia. Rocker arms can be fitted with a needle point bearing to reduce friction losses at low engine speeds, or a bushing bearing to reduce wear when subjected to high specific loads or poor lubrication circumstances. The rocker arm is responsible for transmitting the movements of the camshaft to the engine's intake and exhaust valves. A procedure that happens through direct communication of these components with the tappets and according to the shaft's movement. Both the intake and exhaust valves operate in this manner. Line symbols, which are used in engineering drawings and are sometimes referred to as alphabet of lines, are another lessons that I acquired in week number 5. The usage of line symbols allows engineers and designers to convey the characteristics of developed goods simply and precisely. Developed by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, or as known as ASME, lines are classified by the line thickness and the drawn thin or thick. Thick lines are typically drawn with a 0.7 mm or 0.9 mm mechanical pencil. Line characteristics differ not just in width, but as well as in how they have been portrayed visually in a graphic. Technical drawings show how an object will be made in a straightforward and correct manner. It clearly and accurately depicts and explains the information necessary to develop or produce a product. Alphabet of lines is a term used to describe line symbols used in technical drawing. In week number 6, I learned about pipeline system and various pipe fittings. The earliest plumbing pipes were made of baked clay and straw, and the first copper pipes were made by the Egyptians. They dug wells as deep as 300 feet and invented the water wheel. We know this because bathrooms and plumbing features have been found in the pyramid for the dead. A pipeline system is commonly defined as the total interconnectivity of pipes, including inline components, including such pipe fittings and flanges. Piping systems are indeed the veins of modern manufacturing applications, and their contribution is critical in an industrialized society. Since a pipe system is critical to any process facility, it must be constructed with accuracy and care. To distribute natural gas, gas pipe systems rely on pressure. The flow of gas is from higher to lower pressure. After being extracted, natural gas flows via highway-like network of pipes to end up in distribution system that transport the gas into your home. Gas flows from the distribution line, also known as a main line, into a home or other facility through a service line, which is maintained by the natural gas provider. All equipment and gas supply lines downstream of this service line are the responsibility of the customer. The capacity of a plant to convey fluid through pipes to diverse equipment that functions collectively determines its efficiency. In piping systems, a fitting or adapter connects straight proportions of pipe or tubes. Adaptation different dimensions or forms and serves additional functioning such as controlling liquid. Pipe elbows are curved connecting components that unite straight lengths of pipe, often at a 90-degree or 45-degree angle, enabling blockages to be eliminated in plumbing, ventilation, welding, and automotive applications. The final lesson I've learned is all about machine guidance and how it influences our projects and deliverables. Machine guides are used in saws, routers, and other cutting equipment to position and guide a workpiece. A template or a jig is essential for control in order to ensure an exact cut. These are the tools that will make an engineer's job easier, more accurate, and more efficient. Machine tool probes are critical in allowing advanced industries production. Organizations to provide components and products to the highest and attainable specifications. They serve as the foundation for precise production. For this course, I can say that it is very essential learning for students that will take engineering just like me. Because in this course, you will learn about different techniques, tools, and equipment that will help you in your different project in the future. So to be more efficient and less time consuming. Most importantly, the things you have learned will aid you in completing project of your own to have an outstanding accuracy and precision in terms to the measurements or the dimensions required to your projects. So I will say, without this course, being an engineer will be difficult without learning this type of things that are presented especially in this course. For the last part of this video discussion or presentation is my recommendation to the people who will take this course or will take engineering course. The number one recommendation is that all of your project and requirements you should make extra effort. I know that it is hard, but trust me, it will make things much easier. Second recommendation is that follow all the instructions precisely as how they are said and stated, because it will also make your work less time consuming and the output will satisfy your standards. Lastly and most importantly is to not ever give up. Yes, this course is difficult in terms of drawing, creating, or designing tools. Whatever you are doing, always do your best and never give up, even if it is hard for us to continue. Always remember that in the process, changes occur. Always remember that you should trust to the process, not to the outcome. And that's all for this video discussion. Thank you all for listening, and that's all the things I've learned for this course. Thank you.